Hey guys, what is up and welcome to another League of Legends video. In this video, I will be going through the new Katarina made on the PvE server. She has a new model, she has new skills, she has modifications to her 3 old skills, and overall she is a slightly new champion. She has been remade. Now her playstyle more or less is the same, but it does have modifications here and there in terms of what you're going to level, what you're going to use when, and all of that. So in this video, I want to make a nice, short, quick, sweet video where I go through her skills, show what they do, show my item build on her, and all of that good stuff. So let's begin with the animations.
If you run, you won't see me stab you. Better dead than dull.
Katarina's passive reduces the cooldowns on her skills on a kill or assist. Katarina's Q throws a blade that bounces between enemies, leaving a mark on them which can be used to deal bonus damage. Her W does AoE damage and can give her a move speed buff. Her E jumps to a target and makes her take reduced damage. Her ulti is the same where she spins around, dealing AoE damage and puts a healing debuff on each target hit. Alright guys, let's talk more about Katarina. So first of all, her new model looks awesome. I love the sound that her new skills make whenever you use them. It actually sounds really cool, and it makes it a lot more fun using all her skills, believe it or not. Now, let's quickly go into what I feel like the items are for her. Now, I think the build for her is pretty much more or less the same. I still get the Rallies, I still get the Hex Tech, and all that stuff, and then probably maybe defense from then on. So I still go for the Hex Tech Revolver first. I finish the Gunblade as fast as I can, and then I go for the Rallies for defensive. And I still think it works pretty well on her because more or less she is still pretty much the same champion in terms of, you know, what she scales off of and which skills do the main damage and all that good stuff. So her Q, rather her W and her ulti do scale off AP and AD quite well in my opinion, and you definitely want to work off of those as much as you can. So I still think that a regular item build is probably the exact same thing as you would get with her now. Alright, let's go into the skills on Katarina. So on the PvE server, I did not have any AP runes. I actually had only AD runes. So because of that, I did start maxing her W first. And to my surprise, I actually really liked it because the cooldown on her W is a very short one. It's about 3.5 seconds once you max it out, and I really like it. It's really nice harass, it's great for clearing, and I think it's probably her best skill in my completely honest opinion. Of course, after that comes her Q, and I'm not really 100% sure what to max first, her Q or her W. So in this game, I did max W, and I really liked it because I would use the Q and the E only for their effects. So I would use the Q to put on the marks, which would then, for example, put on, you know, the mark on 4 minions and or champions, and then I would walk in there and I would W, and my W would proc all of those marks and deal extra damage. And the W already does pretty good damage because it scales off of AD and AP. So its AP scaling is 0.3 while the Q is 0.5. Now that's not that much big of a difference when you consider that its AD scaling on W is also 0.6. So correct me if I'm wrong, but at the moment I do like the W first. Maxing Q first, obviously I'm not saying will be a completely bad idea, because assuming you are running flat AP, runes and quints and all of that, then probably maxing the Q will be better. But if you do change around the runes, which I might have to play around with, to something more on the AD side and the AP side, so kind of mix of both, or even maybe more on the AD side, and you just get AP items mainly, I think maxing the W will be better just because it scales off of both of those and it has a really short cooldown, so you can use spam it quite a lot. You're going to want to max her E last, and then the way you want to work with her in terms of team fighting is you want to use that E first most likely, get that reduced damage going, and then you want to throw the Q, get the marks going, get some AoE damage going with it as well, and then you can follow it up with the W and or ulti. Now keep in mind her ulti does have that healing reduction on it now, so you kind of want to take that into account and kind of figure out when you want to use that and all that stuff. Also, what I've noticed is that while you are channeling her ulti, all her other skills are not usable. You have to kind of cancel the ulti yourself in order to go ahead and use another skill, unlike the way you can do it now with her, where while you're channeling, you can still press the other skill and use it mid-channel. But regardless, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Katarina is definitely an awesome champion now, and I recommend checking her out. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Peace!